feels so awkward with you here, just because I'm not used to it. But, hey guys, guess what we're doing today? Do you know?
Learning things.
Learning things. Always trying to learn. And what are you learning?
How to drive stick.
Have you ever done it before?
No.
Are you excited?
No.
Are you nervous?
No.
No?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, this is something I've been trying to get you to do for quite a while, and every time we go to do it, it just ends up not happening. But today is the day.
It's your Christmas present.
Okay, well, it's not funny. Alright, so we're gonna go through the basics and see how you do. What are your initial thoughts before we get started?
I deserve a beer after this.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna turn off the car and we'll go through the steps. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you'll do first off?
Great. I'm a natural learner.
Confidence. Alright. Let's switch spots and we'll go through the motions. What are you doing?
Just letting the world know I love them before I crash your car, because then you'll kill me.
Well, at least this car's not worth much. Alright. So, seatbelt on. Alright. Do you know how to start the car with a clutch? Alright. So, you see how there's 3 pedals?
There's fucking 3 pedals. What?
Yeah. So the one all the way on the left is the clutch, right? And then you have the middle one, which is the brake, and then the right one is gas, right? Easy enough?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so what you want to do is put your foot on the brake, push the clutch all the way in so it pedals to the floor. Then you're going to take a shifter. You're going to move it back and forth. So, see how it's like that? That's neutral.
Mm-hmm.
So hold down the clutch all the way. So now that should be in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse.
This is neutral?
Yeah. So
First,
you should be able to move it.
second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse.
Nope, that was fourth. That's reverse. So for now, we're only going to be worrying about first and second gear. But let's just get you starting the car. So brake, clutch in, neutral, right? All right, start the car. Okay, keep your foot on the clutch. Now, being as it's neutral, that's the only time you can let your foot off the clutch without the risk of it stalling, right? So all I want you to do is just understand how the clutch works. So keep your foot all the way down. You're gonna take your foot off the brake and then just slowly release your foot off the clutch and the car will start moving. Alright, you stalled the car. That's fine. But you see how, you can feel how it starts to grab and move forward?
Yeah.
So that's what it's like to stall car. Hold on. Clutch in, put it in neutral. There you go. You have to have your foot in, there you go. Hold on, nope. Keep your foot on the brake. Alright, so you shift into neutral. Now what I want you to do is when you slowly release off the clutch, press on the gas just a little bit so that the RPMs don't really go over 2,000. Right? So you just want to play with it back and forth and get the car moving. And it's okay if you stall it. There you go. Release your foot off the clutch. Alright, just drive around like this for a minute. Just get used to the fact of, Alright, so now it's just like driving a normal car. Now, put put your foot on the gas a little bit more. All right, now I want you to come to a stop, but when you come to a stop, you have to put the clutch in, otherwise it's gonna stall. All right, put the clutch in.
Mhm.
Is it all the way in?
Yeah.
Okay, then when you wanna, all right, you didn't put the clutch in.
I did put the clutch in.
You have to push it all the way in, otherwise it's
I
gonna
need it
stall.
closer, 'cause I can't reach it.
All right, so put your foot on the brake. Well, that was a really good first try. You didn't really stall it, so. All right, let's try this again.
Do I put it into first?
Yeah. So you want to put it into first every time you go from a start or a stop. Yeah, you can rev it up and just. There you go. A little rough, but it's all practice. How's it feel so far?
Like a normal car. It just doesn't want to go sometimes.
Well, it's a little bit different, right? A little more thought needs to be put into it.
Yeah, it's dumb.
All right, so this time what I want you to do is go straight, and while you're going, bring up the RPMs by going faster, push in the clutch and bring it to second. Keep going down. Hold in the clutch and bring it down.
It won't go down.
Okay. You're in neutral. All right, so let's just go to a stop, put it in first, and try and start it again. Foot needs to be on the clutch in order to put it in gear. All the way in. There you go. There you go. That was really good. You're a natural. You could be a race car driver.
Nah, this is too much work. To, like, think about what I'm doing when I'm driving.
So loop back around and let's try and put it in second again.
Do I have to put the clutch down when I'm going to second?
Yes. Every time you change gears, you have to push in the clutch and switch gears and then release the clutch. There you go. Let go of the clutch. There you go. Not too bad.
What does that do? It feels the same.
You put it into second gear.
I don't know.
So now you can go faster because each gear has a different ratio. So have you ever had a mountain bike with gears?
Yeah.
And you shifted those gears, and depending on which gear you're in, it's easier or harder at certain speeds. Same idea. It just allows power to be transferred to the wheels differently. Alright, so once you bring it around again, I want you to go forward and bring it into third. There you go. You're doing great.
I know. I told you, I'm a natural.
Alright.
I'm a European. This is in my blood.
Alright, so this time I want you to bring it back down to second. Same idea as shifting up, but you're going down a gear.
Someone's gonna take your camera.
Better not. There you go. Perfect. What are your thoughts so far?
It's pretty easy.
Someone's very confident. You know, I was expecting you to be a lot more nervous than this. Alright, bring it back. It's okay, you ground the gear. You're in neutral. So put in the clutch. There you go. Perfect.
I'm not nervous about these things. People just don't let me touch their stuff because sometimes I ruin
Because you what?
it. My dad took away my ATV riding skills, my jet skiing skills, because I kind of crashed this shit.
I'm so proud of her. Alright, so just come to a stop real quick and I want to move that around. You forgot to put in the clutch. So, there you go.
It stopped.
And we're rolling. So, you always want to remember the manual, you have to put up the e-brake when you're parked. Still rolling. The e-brake shoes in this car are probably almost done, but alright, 1 second. Alright. Thoughts so far?
Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Okay, so very good for your first try. I'll give you that. I think I had a harder time personally, but so now we're gonna step it up a notch. You ready?
Sure.
Confident? So basically what I want you to do is drive over there and pull out of the parking lot, go onto the main street of the mall and drive around as if it were like out on the normal roads.
I still don't understand what the gears, why you go into different gears. What happens?
We can show you.
Well, why can't you just tell me?
Because it'd be more exciting to watch.
No.
Alright, so you can only get up to a certain speed in first gear, and if you redline the engine too long, you'll blow it up. So, for example, first gear is really only for getting the car moving, and then you'll notice if you stay in first gear, you'll get up to like 15, 20 miles an hour. It'll be like 3,000 to 4,000 RPMs, and you know you can probably get up to 30, but it'll be near the engine's limit of how fast it can spin. So you shift to second gear, which is a different gear ratio, which allows you to reach higher speeds.
Gotcha.
And then, you know, third, fourth, and fifth. Does that make sense? So like when you're on the highway going like 60, 70, you want to be in fifth gear, right? Because it's geared to give the wheels, or to transfer power to the wheels so you can maintain those speeds without destroying the engine and wasting a bunch of gas. And I'm sure this is a terrible explanation, but
Okay.
okay. Clutch in. There you go. Let's shift into second. There you go. That's good. It's okay. We'll make a right out of here and head back towards where we were. Don't forget to put in the clutch when you come to a stop. Or just keep rolling.
What? Oh. There's no one coming.
Alright.
We're fine.
So speed up more. So keep your foot off the clutch if you're in gear and you're not going to shift. Just basically ruin your clutch. Now,
So then to stop, I just need to put it into.
so you press the brakes like a normal car, and you'll see the RPMs drop, and you want to push in the clutch before they get too low.
And then switch it
So
to neutral.
see, yep. Stop. So basically, whenever you come to a stop, you want to put the car in neutral, so that you're not accidentally wearing out the clutch or anything. And
All right. Am I good now? I think I learned.
sure. What do you think? Do you think she earned a beer? I think she earned a beer.
I'll bring it around one more time. I'm gonna show off my skills without Dan's help.
So I want you to actually come to a stop, though.
I did come to a stop.
You rolled.
I didn't.
So you don't need to force it. Actually, let me film you from outside. So come up to a stop here and then let me hop out. Did you put the clutch in? No.
It's gonna go around.
That's fine. So just remember, push in the clutch every time you come to a stop.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And don't leave your foot on the clutch while you're driving.
Okay.
Okay? Other than that, you're doing great.
I know.
Miss confidence over here. More gas. You need to put more gas on.
Okay.
You got this.
I did it. I stopped, and the
There you
car
go.
is still running.
Alright, so the only thing we haven't done is reverse.
Not today.
Nope, we gotta do it today. It's easy. It's the same thing as going in first.
Okay.
Alright, so last test of the day. Can she do it? So we're gonna go into reverse. So do you remember which one was reverse?
The last one. This one.
Yeah. Over all the way to the right and down. So how about this? I want you to reverse and pull into a spot.
You know, parking's not my strong suit.
Well,
You're
there's
making me
no-
do this.
There's nothing to hit,
I'm
so
park. Actually, no. Diagonals are like perfect. Okay. So I have to go all the way through.
no, you just go all the way to the right and down. So you don't hold in the clutch. I think that's it. Here, move your hand.
I think that's
Oh.
it.
If you slowly release the brake. Yep, there you go. So you had to give it a little bit of gas.
Yeah, but I don't like reversing. Okay.
So neutral. Clutch and brake in. There you go. Okay. Turn the wheel and come into and go in park. It's okay. It's fine. You just needed to give it more gas. Your foot and
This is a lot of fucking pressing stuff. Tiring. My legs are getting tired.
go. Perfect. A little bit more practice, it'll be better than me.
Okay.
Well, e-brake up. Okay. Now press in the clutch, as is. Now put it in second. So that's just so the car doesn't roll backwards.
Oh.
In case the e-brake fails.
In second, it doesn't roll.
So just the way it's geared, either first or second, people typically park the car if downhill is behind us. But if you're facing downhill, people typically put it in reverse. Because when it's in reverse, the wheels only want to spin backwards instead of letting the car roll forward, and vice versa for first and second when facing uphill.
Okay.
You did it! So, you ready for that beer?
Yes.
Alright. We'll switch spots and head over. I'm so proud of her.
I'm like a race car driver. That's how I am now. Vroom vroom, zoom zoom. Beep beep.
Alright. Hold it out about arm's length. I already have it set to be a good distance.
So today was a day. After 25 years of not driving stick, I was forced to learn how to drive stick.
Forced?
Semi-forced. It's a lot easier than I thought it would be. Not really nervous about it when we started, but I'm on my way to becoming a pro. It's gonna happen.
So, what do you say to anyone out there whose girlfriend is refusing to learn because she's intimidated by it? What do you think?
Just tempt them with some presents.
Like a beer?
Like a beer. It works. It's also a pretty good skill to learn, because if I was traveling without Dan, most cars, and if you want them to be cheaper, renting a stick car in like Europe or a lot of places around the world is a lot cheaper than going manual. Plus then you got some street cred, so you don't want foreigners looking at you like you don't belong there. So it's a pretty useful skill to learn regardless. But yeah, overall good sesh, and super excited to just have a beer for learning how to drive stick.
Now, what do you say to the viewers?
What?
What do you say to end the video on YouTube?
Smash the like button. Subscribe to Dan Weiss. I don't even know what his handle is. What is your handle?
Just Daniel Weiss.
Daniel Weiss. It's D like dog, A like Agnes, N like nobody.
Wow.
I like igloo. You like everyone.
Okay, I think they get it.
I like love. WEISS.
Thanks for that. You're a real charmer.
Peace out. Do I just press this button?